Hello, my name's NinjaBob and welcome to a showcase video of my Guardian Farm. This thing's been built purely in survival mode on console edition. It has taken a ridiculous amount of materials, a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of patience, but the output of this thing makes it all worthwhile because this thing is literally churning out thousands and thousands of Prismarine Shards, Prismarine crystals, as well as fish every single hour, especially while we're stood up here on this glass platform. This glass platform is 100 blocks up in the air, so we're getting maximum spawn rates, and the only thing that might disrupt it is the occasional pigman that might come to visit through the portal like that one just has. But apart from that, nothing can spawn around here. There are no valid spawn blocks down there because they're either lit up or because they're half slabbed. So this is the perfect place to get the farm working to its maximum, but it actually works as long as you're in the area. It works beautifully anyway. Even when you're stood right next to it, the Guardians are just pumping out of this thing. So we are going to go down and take a bit of a closer look, and possibly we're going to be accompanied by a pigman. But first of all, we are going to jump through this this portal and head to the Nether, because this is the only way, really, a sensible way of getting up and down from the top platform there down to the bottom where all the loot is collected. So we take a quick journey in the Nether here, just through to this other portal. When we jump through here, we're going to find ourselves about 100 blocks away to the side in the overworld underground, and we've just got a little train journey here that we just jump on this train and head in this direction, and this takes us to the collection area where all our loot is collected. So at the end of this line here is a chest system. It's a multi chest storage system, so we are collecting a lot of the good stuff down here. There are the chests that you can see here, but there are also stacks of chests behind here. In fact, I've done the maths. This thing has got enough room for 150,000 items. So primarily it's shards. Shards are the thing we get the most of, but we also get a lot of fish and we also get a lot of crystals. So behind here there are more chests filling up, and I will show you behind the scenes in just a moment. But just over here we have ourselves a furnace system as well, which is busily cooking away the fish that we've already managed to take out of the system. Look at that, we have well over a double chest worth of cooked fish, let alone the raw stuff, and this thing is just filling up all the time. You just saw another one arrive there as I opened that chest. What it also has is a system for collecting ink sacs. Now this isn't a squid farm, and it's not a particularly efficient squid farm, but as you can see, we've managed to collect over a stack and a bit already ever since we started this thing. Now what happens is the squid spawn inside the fish tanks, and the Guardians kill them. So the design itself won't kill the squid, or it won't collect the loot, but the Guardians will kill them. What we've built is an extra hopper system specifically for catching those ink sacs and bringing them down here. So that's pretty useful because obviously when you're making dark prismarine bricks, you need the ink sac. So it's a pretty useful thing to have. So this is our storage room. Looks pretty nice down here, I think, and obviously we've decorated the tunnel and everything in Guardian materials, in prismarine and dark prismarine, and these sea lanterns as well, which we've got tons of now, and I love these things. I'll be using these all over my world now. So let's give you a quick behind the scenes here. We've got somewhere to sleep. This is our sorting system. This took a little while to get sorted out. This was quite difficult. We tried to do this in a live stream without much success, but we got there in the end. And like I say, there's about 40 double chests here, and when you do the maths on that and add up the individual items, it's a lot. It's over 150,000. Just to give you an idea of some of the other numbers as well, up here while we're heading up here to this is where the fish tank is. So let me take you up here while we carry on talking. Here we go. So this is where the Guardians are killed. It is incredibly noisy, but as you can see, even though we are right underneath this thing, which is not the most efficient place to be, but this thing just pumps out Guardians constantly, absolutely non-stop, and it has got a 100% kill efficiency. Every single Guardian that drops through here dies. It burns to death through those 4 blocks of lava, and all the loot is collected in hoppers underneath those cobwebs there. The cobwebs are to keep the Guardians from bouncing around and possibly jumping back into the lava, which would obviously cost us some loot. So that's how that's working. And just round the side here you'll see some hoppers. Those hoppers lead up to a ring of hoppers around the edge there. So what happens is when the squids die, they are killed by the Guardians, their loot pushes forward towards the middle, but before it gets a chance to fall into the lava, it falls into the hoppers instead. So that's how we're collecting those. So this entire area has been half slabbed. That prevents anything from spawning down here. Obviously there's a few full blocks over here. We decided to keep these. These are the original legs from the monument. Before we demolished the monument, this is what it was stood on. So we decided to keep these as sort of just as a design feature, and obviously we've gone to town a little bit on the walls as well. This took quite a bit of effort to do, as you can probably imagine. But I think it was absolutely worth it because I think this thing looks absolutely gorgeous from inside and from outside, from underneath the water as well. When you're looking from outside in, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. We've got lanterns inside this thing, and I've also used some light grey glass here because it's slightly easy to see through. So if you do want to watch the Guardians being pushed to their death, this is the perfect place to watch. So I did consider replacing all of the glass with light grey glass, but it took long enough to build this thing once. I really didn't want to build it twice, so we stopped where we were. So I was going to give you some numbers. We've got half slabs down here. We've also got half slabs on the roof of this thing, which prevents anything from spawning. Now, to give you an idea, the floor has taken something like 2,500 slabs. The roof has taken about another 1,300 slabs. So we are talking a lot of materials here. Glass, around about 3,000 blocks that's taken. 3,000, that's not exact, I couldn't do it exactly, but I've had a little count up of here, and that doesn't include these windows. Those in themselves have obviously taken a lot of materials as well. We've used gates under here to prevent the water flows from pushing down, and I can tell you that that has used precisely 1,156 dark oak gates. That's what's there. And what else can I tell you? I can also tell you that we have a spawn area at the top here with over 11,500 valid spawn areas for the Guardians. So that's why this thing is so efficient, because the only thing that can spawn around here, the only thing, apart from the occasional squid and the occasional zombie pigman up the top there, the only thing that can spawn here is Guardians, and that's all we get, just non-stop Guardians, even while we're stood down there. Look at this thing, look at this thing, and listen to that noise. It's phenomenal, isn't it? Phenomenal. So we're going to have a quick look around from a couple of different angles and just give you a bit of a view of it, but I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, it's quite a short video. I just wanted to show you the finished product, really, because we have been working on this in my survival series. If you've not seen the series before, then I do recommend you go and check it out. It's called Hollow Mountain. We're up to about episode 35 now, and we've built a series of different farms. We've built ourselves a slime farm, a gold and XP farm down in the Nether. We've built tree farms and things like that as well, but we've also got a slaughterhouse for our cows. So we've built all kinds of things, and we've been building this in survival mode during the series and a couple of live streams. So if you'd like to go and see how this thing was put together, then I do recommend you go and check the series out. If you're looking for a tutorial, then I'm probably not the right man. By all means, watch the video and you might learn a few things from it, but I will direct you to someone called SZ Peddy, because that's someone who I've taken a lot of ideas of his and incorporated them into my design. It's not exactly the same, but the principles are kind of the same, in so much as you have this fish tank inside this area pushing into a lava pit. So yeah, a big percentage of this design has been at least inspired by SZ Peddy's design. So I do recommend you go and check his tutorial out. It's very, very informative, and I found it really useful when I was working on this. Anyway, I'm going to give you a few more scenic shots. Perhaps we'll go back up to the roof of this thing and have a look down from the top. At night time, this thing looks beautiful, I think, with all there are sea lanterns around there. I just think it looks great. And unlike my Golden XP farm, which you might have seen the showcase for that one, it didn't work particularly well. Not my fault, I must add. But yeah, this one works like an absolute dream, and I'm very, very proud of it. Very, very pleased with it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll consider going and checking out some of my other videos on my channel. And in the meantime, I'm going to thank you for watching and say goodbye. Bye.